Good morning, traders. Let's get everything back here in order from yesterday, from the chaos that was yesterday. Whoops. Command. There we go. So BFRI pushing a little bit up in the pre-market, but came down since. There is a short-term trend line right here. We can connect. See if that can hold. It's the one Orlando called out yesterday. This thing still slowly climbing. If Orlando calls out a swing, probably a good idea to check it out. Oh boy. Wow, we only got 4 stocks on the scanner right now. What's going on with the SPY? SPY is going up. So Hal pointed something out to me yesterday after we got done trading and everything. With the SPY going up right now, a lot of the higher price stocks, Apple, Google, Microsoft, all that, Tesla, are getting a lot more of the attention because they were down quite a bit. So we're not getting quite as much action in the penny stock market, which we can clearly see as we only have 4 stocks on this scanner. Let me check another scanner. I'll check Hal's scanner. Oh, no, it's the wrong scanner. Let's see. No, I don't like SOPA. There's a possible dead cat bounce on ALLK. This thing sold off from $80 down to $8, which is pretty wild. So $70 drop. About 50 million shares. We might be able to get a little dead cat off of this thing. See what this 15 minutes looking like. Because there you got tons of room to move back up. $10 trying to hold as support. Here's our trend line to the downside. If that breaks, just because there's no resistance. I just realized Mike's is way over there. There we go. So you guys might be able to hear me a little bit better. Fat Boy Drizzy, CAAC on the merger news. Hold on just a sec, because I may be jumping in this. We'll go ahead and start with 10. We'll start possibly building a position here. Where'd it go? CEAC. Take. Merging, okay. So it is a merger. It is bullish on all. It's above all EMAs. It is quite a ways up here, but that's probably why that one's not popping up on my scanner. It's below $5. So it's got support at 250, pretty strong. Right there. Looks like it needs to break basically back over 3 to get going. Maybe a little cup and handle possibly forming. But yeah, that could be a play. We'll keep an eye on it. There on the 15-minute, there's the downtrend. So this isn't really a triangle because there's this big gap of space in here. We really want to see a higher bounce, but there is support and a downtrend. It does look like a triangle. Let's see. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, there's very strong support at 10 on this. I'm going to add some more here. SOPA's starting to come up. SOPA is getting on a little trend line there on the 15-minute, but just remember it's below all EMAs. So let me go on the hour chart on some of these. Oh, actually, SOPA's in a big wedge pattern. This may be about to break out. Put SOPA up there. Let's see, I should check and see why they're down. Okay, so they failed to meet some endpoints. That's not the end of this company. It's not bankruptcy for them, so could come back up. If you look on the hour chart here on SOPA, I'm going to take this little downtrend off for now. We have this nice wedge going on. So maybe a possible play there. We're close within the next hour or so of breaking out. It may even break out here soon. We will see. This guy's still just barely holding up. We want to hold 10. If it cracks 10, it falls and can't hold. If it stops holding 10 as support, then it could be a problem. I'm going to go ahead and jump in SOPA here a little bit. I'm going to add a couple 20 shares there at that 11 area. I'm going light today because of how crazy I traded yesterday. So I ain't trying to go too crazy unless I see something that's... I got to fix this. This is getting crazy. Apply. So SOPA getting rejected at the moment still. Yeah, I just can't. Okay. Check another scanner. LC. What we got here? Oh, this is Lending Club. So this could get a lot of action because this is a known stock. How many shares is in that? 100 million. So that could be a possible play. I'm not going to jump on it yet. I'm going to keep an eye on it. It's eyeing in, running at 200, looking done there. So let's see. We got up to 15 on SOPA. Grab another 10. SOPA. Looking like it may try to break out. AOK may give up. See AOK on the 15-minute. 30 seconds left, but it's dojiing out right now. I'm going to grab 10 more right on $10. So we start pushing up here. We'll probably break out. Let's see. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Fat Boy Drizzy. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Daniel B. That's pretty much everybody. And good morning to everybody else who hasn't said anything yet. No worries. Can you hold up this Okay, nice. Some bids stacking at 10. I'm going to add more. Got 40 at 10.10. That's as far as I want to go with it. Now let's see. SOPA. SOPA needs to hold above at 10.50. Actually, I'm going to go 50. I'm at 50 shares. That average of 10.10, because it does look like it's going to try to pop here. I'm just going to put a stop loss on SOPA right under 10.42. We'll need to break 10.50 and start holding above that as well. That's going to be some strong resistance. All this congestion back here at 10.50. Got some selling pressure at 10.15, but not very much. See a lot of buying coming through at 10.15. Well, there's still some selling pressure there. Okay, so we're going to have to give it a minute. But dojiing out on the 15-minute on this candle. This candle can close bullish over 10.15. I think we'll be good to go there. Okay, perfect. This is making that little U shape right off of support. Let's see, 10.70. There's ALLK up to 10.20, 10.25. So if we can get to that 10.25. The CAC breaking out of that little thing though, so if it can break 3, it's got room up to 320. But look at those two bodies, tops of those candles. That's going to be tough. All right, we're over 10.25 now. Let's see if this baby keeps climbing. I don't like to trade under the EMAs, but this is a different pattern. It's a specific pattern called a dead cat bounce. When a stock drops from way high up to way lower. And usually can see some type of rebound. SOPA coming back up again. Trying to get going. So we got both of these possibly close to turning around, continuing to move upwards. We do have some resistance at 12 on SOPA. It needs to get through. Yeah, like that's what I was saying on that 15 minute. This needs to close green. Needs to be closing, pushing up, not coming back down. We still got 9 minutes on this candle, so quite a bit of time. Well, I'm looking at the 15 minute though. There we go. Let's look at the 5 minute. And go on the 15 minute on this chart. Doesn't even want to show me. Yeah, so you can see ALLK looks like it's reversing trends now, starting to head upwards. So, but still a little sketchy. You see we're getting, okay, so on the 5 minute we've been rejected 3 times. If we don't break here, it's going to come back down. You see that U-shape very clearly on the 15 minute though. Nice. Trying to push through 1130. SOPA pushing up to 1150. Having some trouble there. ALLK pulling back. I'm just going to put my stop loss right under that. Oops, not that far down. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Right there for now. SOPA still not able to break. It's got to break here soon. I can't keep doing this. See, Lauren, you said the military is rolling out their own vax. That's pretty crazy. What's up, Orlando? Good morning. Toronto, SOPA's been sexy lately. Yeah. It's been getting action lately. I don't know. It's, like I said, I really don't like to trade them under these moving averages, but this one does have space. A lot of space if it could start popping. But not really done much. So that one little pop up there, which that was a nice pop actually. It was 4 to 12, so it's a pretty good pop. You gotta hold 10 here, buddy. Okay, here goes SOPA trying again. Right up to 1150. Now it's starting to look like it's trying to go. I'm going to add a little bit more on SOPA. Let's go another 10. So I got 50. Looking for it to break 1150 and really start moving. But we'll see. Yeah, getting pushed down. We got 4 minutes left. Let me get back in the hour chart so I can see what's going on here. Getting rejected again. That's really sketchy. We could drop all the way back down to 10. We need 11 to hold as support now. Just wanting to see that momentum continue, and it didn't. So that's real sketchy. So I'm going to be keeping a very, very close eye here. Yeah. 11, possibly. Okay, there we go. You can see those bids at 11 stacking. If they can continue to stack and hold up, buyers will come back in and try to push this again. But if 11 cracks, Geronimo. Put a stop loss right under 1092. So I ain't trying to risk too much on this. Actually, let's bring it. Nah, I'm going to leave it there. Okay, you really, really not looking good here. Now, how did I get that line? Where did that come from? That's not what I wanted. This is what I was trying to draw. Possible uptrend. It's starting to crack 10 a little bit though. SOPA cracking a little bit there. Oh, coming back up. Trying his best to hold 11. Same as ALK trying to hold 10. What's the SPY doing? SPY's still going up. SPY going straight up today. What kind of nonsense is this? SPY could get all the way up to like 470, but then this might possibly start looking like a head and shoulders. See AERC, that popping up again. There's another one that's way down there under the EMAs. I'll keep on watching. It has been getting action. It kind of looks like we're getting a couple of these stocks have hit new lows of year. Like SOPA, like AERC, and they're all getting little pops. Whereas BFRI, trying to go bullish, has been a little bit rougher of a journey. Let's see this on the 1 hour. SOPA back over 1130. So basically, this needs to break over 16 to be able to continue to run. So you have this uptrend like this. Actually, is it 14 or? Well, you can see this is a nice wedge shape on AARC. And SOPA's trying to break still, so that's a decent sign. That trend line I drew there didn't work. Now see how we got this little nasty curl on ALK? It is trying to still hold 10, and if it doesn't hold 10, you know them upside down curls always lead to a big drop off. So very, very important that it holds right now. ARC just hadn't really got a lot of volume though. It had that nice little build up, that pop, and it's kind of early for it to try to break out. See anything else going on? That's not doing anything. That's not really doing anything. No, not too much else going on. At least not in our price range right now. Except maybe SOPA with a breakout if it can get it here. The top of that triangle is up at 15, so it could potentially run all the way to 15 if it can break here. Let's see. You can just see all this pressure, how heavy that pressure is right at 1150. All these wicks, these candles that tried to move forward but just got pushed right back down, just slammed down there, slammed down there. But this one didn't get quite slammed down as hard. So we're seeing a little weakness in selling pressure. But buyers are getting, you can see how these candles are getting a lot smaller. Buyers are getting a little unsure at the moment. And that's why they need to feel comfortable. They need to see some type of confirmation of this triangle breaking out. Yeah, LK just going sideways still. CEAC. Now, see, this is what I was talking about, why this is not a triangle. You can draw the triangle because you got the downtrend there, although mine's a little crooked. But it doesn't have the extra pop up. You got to have something in the middle there. So this big open space, it's not really a triangle. And that's why we see it just barely moved up, and then now it's coming back down. But you compare that to SOPA here on the 1 hour. You can see where SOPA popped back up once there, popped again there. So it doesn't have quite as big as a U going on. There's actually some buying that shot it back up towards that previous high. So don't get caught drawing triangles that are not actually there. It'll get you in trouble more often than not. So you just need, like I said, a little bit more action in it than one kind of roll. Let's see, SOPA. See, SOPA is going right against that trend line. And it's starting to curl over a little bit. And it depends on if this candle can push on up to 1150. See, there's some sellers at 1125. They just got taken out. Sellers at 1130. They just got taken out. Okay, now we're starting to get a little buy. Let's see if we can get on back up to 1150. Then ALK starting to bounce again off of $10. Come on now, Sopa. Gotta get up there, bud. It's still back and forth. You see it pulled right back below that trend line real quick. Flashing red and green. Gotta be pushing green. Another selling pressure candle so far. Let's look at it on the 15-minute. And we're looking. You see it's back down testing 11 again. Another bounce off of 11. See, buyers came in quicker that time. They didn't let it dip down at all. And I'm trying to push it. This is a war we've got going on right here. It is possible, Orlando. It is possible. What's up, Jay Kratz? I mean, we've been seeing so much volatility out of the SPY each day that we could see it, come up to here and then sell off the rest of the day. It's a possibility. All right, real quick, I got stop losses in on both of these. They're kind of just still consolidating. I'm gonna take a quick little break because there's nothing else I really want that I see that I want to mess with. Another possible dead cat there. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Let me just come. Alright, so still nothing really happening. SOPA is starting to look like it may break out. That last candle opening up above the downtrend. First candle to do that. What's up, One Life? I'm just, living the life, buddy. This holiday week we got going on. Short week. For anybody who's not aware, the stock market is closed Friday and next Friday. Are you gonna go, SOPA? Oh, starting to break 1150. Just threw a wick up over it to 1170. We may be getting ready to get frisky. Yeah, okay, still doing its little thing, holding up at $10 area. We're going to need to break 1150 and hold it as support. Another strong open on that candle. It opened right just barely above the body of this candle. Oh, wait a minute. Did it open up? Was my eyes deceiving me? Let's see here. Oh, no, it actually opened right at the same spot. So a little double top of that body. So we're getting a little rejection off 1150. We're still holding 1140. If we can continue to hold 1140, that'll make buyers comfortable. Yeah. And we're starting to get comfortable. Buyers starting to feel like they may have control of this. 1150 starting to crack down some. Very nice. We're still fighting with it, but get another push up there. 1150 stacking on the bid. Some selling at 1160. Let's see if 1150 can hold the bid. Oh, no, not yet. We're not quite ready yet. Okay, there's two bids that try to hold. Okay, there we go. We're starting to stack 1150 bids. Yep, buyers coming in. Can you do it? Oh, back below 1150. Oh, bid buyers came in quick though. Bid stacked again at 1150. Very strong sign. Sellers are sitting at 1160 or holding this down. Looks like probably shorters because they're holding it right above that 1050 strong resistance area, or 1150. 1160 shouldn't be that strong. Yeah, there we go. They're getting taken out. There we go. Very nice. A lot of selling trying to stack at 1175. Let's see if it can break there. We're running into resistance at every spot. Looks like we're gonna probably do that until we can break 12, which we're coming up to right now. We just blew right through 1175 like it was nothing. So here we are, right up to 12. take that stop loss off, because if we blow through 12, we're probably going to get halted, and I'll be ready to lock this out. I don't think it's going to blow right through 12 though. Let's see though. We are it's holding there though for a second. Another bid just stacked on 1190. We haven't got rejected right away yet. We just tapped 12. Let's see if we keep tapping 12. Tapping it again. Oh, we might break here. Ooh, bunch of the sellers got taken out. If we continue to stay over 1190 and keep poking at it. Yep, bid back over 1190. 12 almost at 12 on the ass, getting poked. Getting poked. Breaking through 12. Oh boy, let's go. Oh, nope, there's the rejection. It almost went. It was so close to going. Okay, 1190 not holding up, so now 1075 has got to be new support, or 1175, I'm sorry. Let's see, ALL. Stop loss up even closer. All right, SOPA. What are you going to do here? You're just now popping this triangle. Surely you're not just going to get held up at 12 and just give up. I will start singing. There we go. Starting on up 1185 as some support. Yeah, like I said, another, you see those bids trying to flash, trying to get in there. Oh, no, that failed. Test 1175. Buyers came in right up off of 1175. Very strong sign. Give it another test of 12. Ooh, right through 12. Not hardly any selling sitting there this time. Okay, they're still coming in, but there was not any walls. You can see all the sellers coming in, even though not much ask or orders on the ask. Again, we're testing this 12. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, let's get real frisky. Nice. Some selling at 12.10. Keep throwing that pressure. Buyers just pushing on 12 again. Gotta see 12. We need to, same thing as 1050. We gotta see 12 start to hold that support. Then we'll know this thing's gonna push. I just got stopped out on ALK at crackdown. A little $10 loss there. No big deal. Keeping the stop losses tight in this volatile market. Here we go. Bid's starting to stack on 12. Look at here. Let's see if they can do it. Ooh, huge buyer at 1195. Yeah, the bid's stacking on 12. We're climbing. Let's go. Let's go. Broken over that. Next area is 13 of resistance. 13 is going to be real strong. So I'll probably lock in at 13. Unless we just blow right through it. I think it can get to 15 today, but we'll see. 13 is going to be certainly strong, though. See, 1250 is acting as some resistance. We're trying to hold 1225 as support, and we're testing at 1250. So if we start tapping 1250 again, we're going to push on up to 13 probably. So decent sized seller sitting at 1235. He needs to get taken out here quickly. He's still sitting there. 1225 continues to hold up on the bid. Bunch of buyers just loaded up at 1225 on that push. Let's see if I can hold here. We don't want to see them drop out. There you go. Very nice. Get out of here, 1235. You should not be holding up. Thank you. Well, that's 1235 holding at some resistance. It's still holding. I guess okay. Well, we're testing 1235 as resistance, testing 1225 as support. Not as much selling on 1235 as there was. Okay, there's a rejection. You can see it's 1135, really? Or 1235 is what I'm trying to say. Oh, it's right here. Are you kidding me? Right here. This is what's holding up. The tops of these two candles. The tops of the bodies both at 1235. And then it was some support back through here. So that is some past chart history resistance. Should not be as much as it is, but it is acting like it is going to hold pretty strong. So we'll have to see here. We need to stay above 12. In fact, I'm going to put let's see, we got 3 minutes on this 5-minute candle to close. Let me look at the 1 minute real quick. Rebreak of 1235 or retest of 1235, and I think we'll see the breakout. What's up, Simple Life? Thank you. What's up, David Davis? How's it going, buddy? I'm not red every day, but when I am red, it's usually because I'm being stupid. I was trying to make that work in the Dasaki's commercial, but that didn't work at all, so still. Sometimes I can't win my trades all the time, and sometimes I can't tell a joke. Sometimes you have your day. Every turtle gets their day in the sun. So this candle's fixing to close. It's like 12:15 is trying to hold that support now. 30 seconds left on this candle. It'd be nice to see it close above 12:15, but as long as it's above 12, I think it's okay. And then we're starting to push back up a little bit. Let's see here. This might just been a quick little breather, because you look at the hour chart or the 15-minute chart, there's no red on that chart yet. Okay, here we go. Break over 12:35. We're going to hit 12:50 and slow down again. Well, I don't know. We blew right through 12, so it's possible we blew right through 12:50. This thing getting held up at 12:35 is a weird... we don't want to see that. This candle does not need to drop below 12:15. Because see, on the 15-minute, we could pull all the way back down to 11:25 at that 10-day moving average, which I'm not going to be giving back all that profits. Matter of fact, I'm just going to put a stop loss right now under 11.95, and whatever happens, happens. Still got a little bit of buying power. I might be able to trade something else if I do get stopped out. Or I could take this profit if I do get stopped out. I could take this profit, wait for it to pull back to 11.25 and possibly take another entry on it later. Okay, so we're consolidating still. So this still could be a breather. As long as we're not cracking below and we're building these little bit higher lows on these candles, we're in this little triangle of consolidation, a little small triangle. So this is going to break soon. It's either going to shoot up or we're going to shoot down. One of the two. I'm actually going to move my stop loss up under the triangle, because if it could drop down and wick me out and still move back up, but woo! You see, it's testing the triangle and coming right above my stop loss. Not quite hitting it yet. So I'm saying, as long as we're holding above in this little wedgie, all right, So stopped out there, $40, but this does look like this may start coming all the way back down to that 1125 area here soon. Let's see, where did you wick to? Well, actually, well, anyway, I'm not going to be re-entering up here, that's for sure. So even though it looks like it may try to still hold up, possibly. But after yesterday's losses, I'm not taking any red days. And if it's my own stupidity that causes it, so be it. SOPA is the only thing moving. Now it's broke out of this triangle, though. It is kind of bullish on the day, so it very well could continue to move. I could see it, like I said, getting up to 15 possibly, because the beginning of the triangle is all the way up at 15. Keep an eye on it. See, BFRI just bounced off this 200-day moving average. Let's look at BFRI for a second. Yeah, every time it's bounced off of there, it's gotten a nice bounce. And then our trend line, short-term trend line, is where it's hitting right now. SOPA's still in this triangle. Oops, come on. Man, I am tempted to take this entry on BFRI. Yeah, oh, look at this big buyer here. So 40,000 share buy. I'm gonna jump in here on BFRI. 30 shares. Trying to push up. So 10.22. So I'm gonna put a stop loss right under 10. I'll be risking about $10. So let me see. Do I need to put a little bit lower? That's right, BFR. I ain't done with you yet. Just because you think you're done with me doesn't mean I'm done with you. This nice little double bottom pattern off of the 200 down here. Starting to rebound. Look at that big buyer. 45,000 shares. Continuing to push this up. I'm starting to get back above that trend line. Ooh, SOPA. SOPA's still trying to test. Don't know if it's going to break down or not. Looked like it was going to for a second, but it's come back up again. So where's the bottom of that flag? 12. Just if it can break 1250 and hold 1250 as support, it can continue to run. So back here on BFRI. Yeah, you're still trying to push up. A minute and a half left here. BFRI might get me again. You see where it's pulling back below the trend line. We got a minute left on this candle to close. It needs to push and push back above that trend line. If we close right at the trend line like this, we could just sell right back off again. You get back on this trend line. Ooh, SOPA might get ready to destroy some people here. You see, given there might have been a little bull trap possibly. Still holding 12, but you can see it threw that wick up, and sellers are pushing it back down some more. Ooh, boy. If that thing drops out of that triangle, it's going to dump to 1150 pretty quickly. Alright, BFRI still hanging in there. Nice, nice. This candle opening up above the trend line. Now, if that candle can hold this trend line, this one we drew back here over the last 2 days, then it can continue to climb up that trend line. It may not break out anytime soon, like in the next 5 minutes or anything. It could just continue to slowly climb. It could possibly break out, have a rebound. It does have room up to the pre-market. Was that the pre-market high? Yeah, it does have room at pre-market high at $12. A lot of resistance right at 12. So this would be a trend line bounce. Even though it cracked below it, it come back up. If it can hold here, be a nice bounce to that 12 at some point today. But first things first, we got to hold above the trend line. SOPA is still hanging in there. Very close to me. That's at the tip of the triangle though, so it's either about to break out or break down any second. Let's keep an eye on it here. Let's see. Starting to push up to the 1250. A lot of selling on 1240. All that's got to get taken out. They're starting to get taken out. Testing 1250. Might get a pop here. Oh, right through 1250. Nope. Fell first time. Sellers pushing this candle way down. I'm saying this could be a possible bull trap. It's got to break and hold 1250. It's holding 1235, 1240 at the moment. Oh, no drop back down. So look, 1235 still acting as resistance. This body is pulled back below the 1235, where these two bodies of these candles are right below. So this may be a bull trap. This could go either way. It's getting really hard to say. BFRI looking very nice. Giving a little push back up there towards the 1150 or 1050. All these damn stocks in the same prices. Ooh, see, look at that. Ooh, that's ugly. That is ugly. Buyers are still trying to hold it above 12 though, even though it has that ugly candle. This looks like it's about to dump, but buyers are still just hanging in there. I'll be surprised if this doesn't dump. There it goes. I was gonna say. So yeah, a little bull trap there. That's what I was saying. You gotta watch the. Even though 12.35 was resistance, 12.50 every 50 cents, every 25 cents can be resistance as well. And the flag being below two resistance lines means that it had to break both of them. Had to break the 11.35 or 12.35 and had to break the 12.50. And not once did we get a candle that closed over 12.35. All of these candles are below 12.35. So that's that price action of weakness where sellers just slamming this thing down. Now it couldn't possibly still break out more later, but at the moment it's going to have to consolidate, maybe make a U shape here, back up to this whole resistance zone. Or it could come back down even more. Let's see, the 10-day moving average is all the way at 11.35. So it could come down to there. Have to make a big, deep U shape. But yeah, if you've got a flag that's running into two strong resistance lines like this back to back, there's like a double wall. You know, buyers are going to run into the wall. They can get through one concrete wall, but they get through the first concrete wall, they're going to be tired. They're going to be beat and bloodied. It's going to be a lot harder to get through that one right after that. You know, without taking a break and relaxing. Alright, so BFRI, still not sure. Needs to close above the uptrend on this candle. We got a bit of a little doji there. A little indecision whether or not buyers want to push it up anymore or if they're just done. And we're being followed by this red bearish candle. May pull back to 10 again. I'm actually going to adjust my, let's see, what is that, 960? I definitely ain't holding it down there. 60 cents on 30 shares would be 18. I want to risk like $6-7. I'm just going to put my stop loss down just a tad bit, not much, just a tad. I had it at like at 997. I'm moving it down to 994, just in case this thing does decide to throw a wick down. We know how BFRI likes to operate. This thing throws wicks all over the place, no matter how it's feeling. It's just one of those wick throwers. So it's gotta hold up. Couple more minutes on this candle. So SOPA looks like it's trying to find support at 1175. If it can hold 1175 and start to come back up, that would be that U shape. Let's see. Exactly. If you haven't yet, check out frameworkfortune.com. It's free sign-ups, no paywall. Thank you, Lauren, for being on top of that. Got all types of content. Well, at the moment here, let's pull up TradingView and see what else is going on, because I'm not seeing too much happening. Besides SOPA. Linden Club's barely moved. That's why I really didn't want to mess with that one. But it is uptrending. A little bit higher float. You can draw that trend line and play the trend line, although it may crack here soon. Well, I don't know. We'll see. AERC, that's starting to sell off. Still a possible play though. AERC, if it doesn't break out today, could break out tomorrow or the next day. Because with this triangle, it's still quite a ways away. Just trying to draw this as accurate as possible. But still quite a ways away from the tip. We're like at the third part of the triangle, but not the fourth part where the tip would be. So could break out premature. Sometimes that happens. So we could see it if it gets back up over that 1350 area. Could see it possibly have that breakout today. But I think that's more likely for tomorrow. Yeah, SPY curling over, been going sideways and now starting to curl over. Let me go into a 15-minute while I'm looking through all this. And put this on the hour chart. There we go. So the SPY actually has this little consolidation triangle itself it's trying to decide on. LTRY. There's not a lot of volume on that one. There's a couple of smaller, cheaper ones. Looking at the hour chart on SOPA, it's still pretty bullish. See, this hour candle has 9 minutes to close. If it closes over 12, this thing could continue on its upward momentum. ADLX, another one. It's just been going straight up. I mean, any of these ones that are straight up, you could play them just by trading them on the trend line, but let's see. Let's look at this hour chart on BFRI. Where's that 50-day at? 940. So here's the bottom of that body, 991. So I'm actually going to move my stop loss below the body. Just move it to 989. I'm moving it below the body of this hour chart, of this hour candle right here. Because where I had it at, this body of this hour candle could still come down, and it would have hit it at 994. So as long as the body of this candle is above that 990 area, the body of this red candle, then this still could move on up. So instead of risking like $6, I'm risking $10 instead. But I just wanted to make sure I had that stop loss right now that I noticed it on the hour chart. Because I do not, preferably would not like to get stopped out on a wick. Lending Club does have a nice triangle on the 15-minute. A lot of triangles all over the place today. Lending Club could be one to keep an eye on. Dogs. Dogs is back. It's been a while, Dogs. But Dogs has been on a nice uptrend for the past, actually for a while now. since last week. Coming up and testing 7. Let's see where we're at on the chart. Oh yeah, just hit a high here at 690. Put that on the watch list for possibly tomorrow. It could, if it breaks 7 today, it could move, but there's not a lot of volume yet. This just kind of looks like a little bit of volume's coming in, just continuing the trend line. That may be a play tomorrow, but it is very close to that $7 area. So if it comes up there and can break and hold 7, it could continue to rip today. But I like it better for tomorrow, or at least the power hour. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave that stop loss in there on BFRI, let that bad boy run up. This dead cat, eventually, I think we'll see some buying come back into this. It wasn't able to do it. But still early in the day. And if it continues to sell off more, like if it comes back down to 850 or something tomorrow and hits a new lower low on the year, the next couple of days that could be a possible play. We got a couple of things to keep an eye on. CEAC just giving up. This is what I was saying about these stocks under $5. The last 6 months, we've not really seen any stocks over $5 make any big moves. They'll make quick little pops for 25, 50 cents, maybe $1, but they're just not giving that much profit. And that's why I've been leaving them alone, looking more at like SOPA, where SOPA gave me a whole $1 in profit. Well, actually a little bit less than $1. My original entry at 11, I got a full dollar off of that one, but that other 20 I added on the way up, averaged it down, so like 50 cents off of those 20 shares. But you're getting dollar rips out of these a little bit higher price stocks. All right, let's take a look at these indexes. BVXV popping. Let me see this BVXV. It is moving up, but you got a major problem. This is a risky play from hell. Number one, the 200-day is right up here. It tried to push up to the 200, couldn't even get close, got rejected at 350. So it's going to have some major resistance at 350. But then at 200, this is on the daily chart. The 200 moving average on the daily chart is always very strong support and resistance. So it's got to break 350, then it's going to turn around and smack right into the 200-day at 375. So you got double the resistance ahead of you, and then you don't really have a floor below you. The only floor is like right here where it's currently testing. Yeah, 250. There's a floor at 250. And I guess there is a little bit of a floor at 275. So you got the support kind of below you, but you know, if you're in at 275 and it drops all the way to 250, that's 25 cents. This is a cheaper stock. If it can't hold 250, it's got all this down here that it could drop to. But your range today is simply between 275 and 350. So you have about a 75-cent range that it could play around in. more than likely it's not going to break this area. It's more because it's below the 200, it's bearish. So it's more likely to crack down and sell off than it is to break out and push through this. I mean, I would be very, very surprised to see this anywhere over 350 today at all. So it is going. Like I said, it's going up. Kind of finding some support at 275, but you only got that bit of room to try to get some profits off of it, if it can even hold up here. No problem, Apple Sam. Daniel B, if you don't like the stream, go somewhere else. Why are you begging me to end the stream when you were like, you don't control the stream? Go watch Hal's channel. Why are you telling me to end the suffering stream? ARDS. Okay, I'll take a look at ARDS, then we'll look at these index funds and the crypto market, kind of get an idea of where everything's moving at today. So ARDS, while it is on a little uptrend here on the intraday, it does have some support right around 250, 260. But again, we're way down here. I just got stopped out on BFRI. See how the body's dropped back below on the hour chart? BFRI could sell all the way back off down to this trend line. So I'm going to delete that trend line. Because this is the original trend line right here. But anyway, back, what was that one I was looking at? ARDS. Okay. So, at the, hold on. That's all right. We'll get there. We'll get there. I might lose my voice by the end of this week with all this live streaming, but by God, we'll get there. All right. So, ARDS getting held up at the 50-day moving average, which is this blue line. You can see where it was rejected right there on this tip of this candle, doing the same thing. So it did have a big move yesterday, pushing all the way up to the 200, but you can see where it was slammed. It was rejected hard and came all the way back down. So this is very bearish. It's below 2 EMAs, below the 50, below the 200 on the daily chart. To see this continue to run, you would need to see the price continue to climb over the next week or so, because this 10-day has to pull up above the 50-day. It has to cross over it, because the 10-day moving average is just kind of like, well, basically, it moves with the price. It moves with the candle. So to see the crossover, to show some bullish momentum, buyers are going to have to push the candle up probably to about 350 over the next few days, next couple weeks, before the 10-day can even get across that 50. So it's still very bearish. And then once it does get across the 50, if it can, it's going to have to break over the 200 to go full on bearish or bullish, which it's not going to be able to break that right away because it has not been over the 200-day. Well, actually, this whole entire year, it's barely held over. It was over the 200 a little bit back here on this pop, above it for a couple of days here. You had about 2 weeks of being above it there, but the whole last half of this year has been a downtrend. This thing just dying off. So without any type of crossovers with the EMAs without any more buying coming in or anything, I mean, this thing could still just continue to sell off. It wasn't, but yeah, 3 days ago, this thing was still under the 10-day moving average. So it could easily pull back below that. I mean, it's a very, very bearish play. If there was something to get on it today, I mean, you're looking at maybe, if this trend line continues, maybe it gets up to $3. But then right at $3, you got all this resistance back here. So more than likely, it's not going to break that. So you got about 25 cents. If it can get up there. And actually, there's a lot of resistance right across 280. Right through there. So, yeah, I mean, this thing just, it's not a high probability play. Could be a play, but we're not looking for could be plays. We're looking for could be high probability plays. Because anything, anything can be on an uptrend in the intraday charts on the 15 or 5 minute. Like this guy right here, this is a nice triangle. Some people might even call it a bull flag, but you pull up the chart here on the daily and look at the long term, it's a bull flag right into the 200. So if it doesn't break out of that bull flag, because the 200 is so strong, it's going to pull back down. Because again, look at this chart. How many times has this stock been over the 200 moving average this year? It tried to get above it back here, but failed ultimately, where it had a sell-off. Shot up again there, got rejected. Shot up again there, got rejected. Another big sell-off. Had this crazy huge move, but could not hold a... Even with it ripping from 225 all the way up to 959, this thing still failed to hold above that 200-day moving average and sold off again. And then it had a gap up, and it failed to hold its gains on this gap up and drug back below the 200 again. So it's very, very bearish. All that selling pressure, where it's at, the past chart history, even though this looks like it could be like, oh man, this might be a breakout bull flag over 4. This thing doesn't even have good chances of even breaking 4. And if it does, there's some resistance at 425, 450, a lot of ceilings ahead of it. And SOPA, you can see running into those resistance lines again, so it's trying to give it a shot, but it's still struggling at the moment. FTHX was in a halt. Nice. Exactly, one life. Exactly. No, I know SOPA it's breaking out. It didn't, I turned my head for half a second, but you can see got a big buying volume just blasting through there. That's how quick that changed. But we never dropped below $12 for very long. And I said that support, as long as $12 holds, this could come back up. You see where $12 ended up holding. Almost cracked there, but coming back up, that's that nice little U shape and breakout. I know what's going on with SOPA. I said that 30 minutes ago, HH. If you weren't too busy doing your live stream, maybe you'd know that. All right, guys, let me look at these Nice move on SOPA, giving some more moves. And pretty much there's not really anything else running. So SOPA, because it broke this 5-day triangle, or not 5-day triangle, but 2-day triangle. All that consolidation. Buyers are coming in here. Nothing else moving up. Buyers want to push it up. But this one is below the 50 and the 200-day. But there's one big difference between where the 50 and the 200-day is on this chart versus those other charts. The 50 is all the way up at $24. So you got room from 10 basically all the way up to 25 possibly. There is the bottom of this body of this candle, though, that's going to be very strong resistance, basically at 15. And that's why I was looking for a $15 price target, but I wasn't going to risk it. I wasn't going to risk giving profits back. So, yeah, this, like I said earlier, this could continue on up to 15. It is what it is. All right, let me go over these real quick because we're getting past time for my lunch. I gotta eat some lunch. Hungry boy, hungry boy. All right, so what is Bitcoin doing at the moment? Bitcoin is looking beautiful, breaking out of this triangle. I love it. Ethereum back over 4,000. Good deal. And that's all I need to see there. So let's go look at the indexes. Let's check the, yeah, Bitcoin futures looking good. Dow Jones. So we're still in this big channel. It does look like today we're trying to push bullish on the overall market. But there is one problem I just now noticed I didn't notice before. Look at the resistance back through here that the SPY is about to run in. Well, not well. The SPY will essentially run into it. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Index, but still the SPY does similar movements to it. But you can see we're going to be running into a lot of resistance there. There's resistance back through here, resistance through here. It held up as support for this candle, held up as resistance last week, and we're just slowly approaching that. So even though the market is rebounding, we are not out of the woodworks yet. We still need to see some more signs of strength. Yeah, and you can see I already have this downtrend drawn on the SPY that we got to break over, which is about similar to where that line is on the DJI. Gold almost back over 18, so we're seeing gold strengthen. Silver about getting close back to 23. Oil back over 72. Oil holding up its trend line. So we should be seeing the dollar pulling back, and yes we are. Look at that. It's like clockwork, guys. Sometimes. And sometimes the Fed screw everything up and you have no idea what's going on. But everything else pushing up, dollar pulling back. We've got this crazy triangle on the dollar index. So still a little ways away before we can see the dollar crash. Because more than likely, I don't know, I'd be very surprised to see the dollar strengthen over this. Even though it has that consolidation at this major resistance line. It's not looking too good there. But that's why you see all of the other assets up. Where's my real estate? Let's check the real estate. Yeah, look at real estate. Real estate's close to breaking out. And this is a direct correlation right here between real estate and the dollar. Where we see the real estate is bouncing around here. If the dollar drops out of that triangle, that means your purchasing power of your dollar is going down. And that would mean that it would cost more dollars to buy a house, which is why this would pop up. All right, so we are still looking on track for an economic collapse at some point. At least on the dollar side. Still a ways away. The dollar's still showing pretty good strength currently, but who knows? Look at that. All the way up to 14. So that thing's going to try to break 14 here soon. SOPA is being the runner today. So nice job, anybody who caught some profits on SOPA. Or if you're still getting in this and scalping it when it gives you opportunities. But I would say you'll slow down again at 14. Probably either make a triangle at 14 or make another U shape. This thing tends to make U shapes. It made that first original U shape there. And then this is another U shape. Just those little curls of consolidation. So we may get one more. Let's see if it breaks out here. It's testing 14 right now. We'll give it a second to see if it can break out. And then I'm going to call it a day. Getting a little bit of a double top at 14. SOPA to 50. No. No. Why would I have ramen noodles? Why would you sell your house and move back into an apartment? What sense does that make, One Life? Especially when I just said I think the dollar is going to go down and it's going to cost more dollars to buy a house. That means the price of your house would go up. Why would you sell it and move back into an apartment? That makes no sense. How'd you even come up with that off of what I said? Alright, so it is getting a little rejection here, so it's not going to break 14 right away. It's going to need to consolidate like I was thinking. Could be a short breather. We really don't know yet. Or it could pull all the way back down. Remember, yeah, still early to tell right now. The way it's just kind of bouncing around. Looks like it's trying to. Oh no! It looks like it's dumping now. Now, if it's going to try to hold 1350 here, if it can hold 1350, maybe it can make that U shape. But as I'm saying that, it's pushing down through it. So SOPA's done for now. It's going to need to consolidate a little bit longer. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a day. Made a little bit of my losses back from yesterday. Not too much, but still green on the day. Just got to keep on chucking. Even if it's small green days, it's still better than no green days. We'll be back here in a little while on the Framework Fortune Crypto channel for some Gods Unchained NFT play to earn gameplay in the weekly events, and then we'll be back later at 4:30 Central PM for the live crypto update. All that on Framework Fortune Crypto. If you haven't yet, go check out frameworkfortune.com. It's free. You know the deal. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there.
What do I always say? Until next time.